Okay, next let's look at question 2 on worksheet 19. And question 2 says, to factor the expression, use fundamental identities to simplify and that there will likely be more than one correct form of each answer. So let's take a look at question 2b. And here we have sine to the 4 minus cosine to the 4. And my first thought with an expression like that is this formula. So the difference of squares formula, which gives us a factorization, a plus b, a minus b. So that's kind of where I get this first line from. And it works out really well because the first factor there simplifies really well using the Pythagorean identity. And so applying the Pythagorean identity, I get down to sine square x minus cosine square x. And at this point, we might be tempted to use this difference of squares formula again. And you could do it. Arguably, what you get is not much simpler than or maybe even it's a little more complicated than what we have written down now. But optionally, you could think about this sine square. Well, so I kind of honed in on the sine square and rewrote that using the Pythagorean identity as 1 minus cosine square x. So we know by the Pythagorean identity that sine square plus cosine square x is 1, which is equivalent, or which will imply that sine square x is equal to 1 minus cosine square x. So I used that, and then I got down to an expression that just has cosines in it. This last two steps are optional though, but I just figured I'd present them in case you're interested. So that's question